Next, the Conservative MP for Sherwood, Mark Spencer, says it's high time we took action to reduce the number of serious accidents involving young drivers. He wants tougher tests and more supervision of newly qualified motorists. This is his report.
I'm Mark Spencer, Member of Parliament for Sherwood, and here we are in North Nottinghamshire, close to some of the most dangerous sections of highway in the East Midlands. I've long been campaigning for improvements to road safety, to try and improve our junctions to reduce the number of people who are killed and injured in this part of the county. Having looked at the data, it appears to me that the proportion of people who are getting killed under the age of 25 is way too high. I come here today to the Nottinghamshire Police Driver Training Centre to meet Chief Inspector Andy Charlton. Andy, the statistics look pretty bad for Nottinghamshire.
Well, this year 27 people have died on our roads, but the fact is 16 of those were between 17 and 24 years old. Too many young people are being killed and seriously injured on our roads.
Why are we getting so many young people dying? What specifically are we doing wrong?
Well, for some young drivers, they take pride in passing their tests, but that doesn't necessarily transmit into pride in their driving. We think they don't appreciate risk and consequence. Something needs to happen to change that.
So, after you've passed your test, you can then go out onto the roads and drive for the rest of your life. But here at the Police Training Centre, even the most experienced and most qualified drivers go through regular training on a regular basis. Maybe we should assist our young people by offering them further training. Maybe I need further training.
Gradually start to increase the speed now, a little bit quicker. There goes the back end, ease off the gas, wait for the car to come back in line and keep the car steering in the direction that you want to go.
I mean, that was great fun, but there's a serious side to this.
There is. This is a controlled environment and we're teaching you how to deal with a skid. But really the skill is not to be in a skid in the first place. It's to be in the right speed at the right time so you don't get into that skid. Training you to deal with it's not the right thing. We have to, because clearly as police officers we might end up in that situation.
Right. I mean, I'm concerned that the current driving test doesn't actually reflect the conditions young people are going to find themselves in when they pass.
Absolutely. There's going to be a new test and I'm sure it'll be better than the old test. But really the question is it enough?
Yeah.
Should we do more than just a test?
Well, I mean, and I'm aware that, of course, we're not training our young people on rural roads. The test tends to take place in an urban environment, and we're doing 3-point turns, but there is no testing and training on rural roads.
Absolutely. It's rural roads, it's motorways, it's driving at night time. These are all additional skills where, at the moment, we just say, here's a licence, off you go.
Back in North Nottinghamshire, next to the A614, the road where so many of our young people have lost their lives in tragic accidents. I think the skills we're teaching our young drivers are not the skills that they require to drive, especially on rural roads. The conditions that they find are not the conditions when you take your test in an urban environment. We're going to have to look at the way we're training them, and we need to recognise that when you pass your test, that's the start of your driving career, and you can continue to build your skills and improve the way you drive. Over the last 10 months, 27 people have died on Nottinghamshire's roads. 16 of them were under 25. That's a statistic which we must try and improve, and we're going to have to do better.
Next, important developments this week.